This program is made possible by a generous donation from Raceway Ford in Riverside. Raceway Ford would like to take this opportunity to thank the community and our customers for their continued support. And by Paulson Manufacturing, saving the eyes and lives of workers and first responders by manufacturing the highest quality and most reliable safety protective gear in the world.
Hello and welcome to California CEO's Business Update. I'm your host, Dwight Cromie. Today we're talking with the City of Menifee's Mayor, Neil Winter. Menifee is one of the young and vibrant cities situated in the heart of southwest Riverside County along Interstate 215. With plenty of land and one of the region's fastest growing economic development corridors, Menifee is a business-friendly city. It is also investing more than $100 million in infrastructure and traffic improvement projects to serve the growing population. With that being said, I want to welcome Mayor Winter. Welcome, Mayor.
Thank you.
Mayor Winters, why do you think Menifee is the ideal location for business expansion or businesses to come to relocate their businesses? What makes Menifee so special?
Purely it's financial success. Every company that comes into our city, they realize they've done their studies and they look at about 91,000 people that live here. Many of them work elsewhere and they shop elsewhere. We lose about $990 million a year in sales tax leakage. So what that means to our businesses who move in is the moment they open their doors, they have success. They tell us they have record-breaking grand openings, record-breaking starting months, record-breaking quarters. So what it means is that our areas that we work with are far surpassing any sales revenue that they ever thought was going to happen, because our people are so anxious for new businesses and new opportunities. When I moved to Menifee 12 years ago, the shopping centers that we have today were not there. So when I bought my first house here in Menifee, there was no place to go celebrate buying a new home. We had to go to Temecula. So that's not the case anymore. We've expanded dramatically. What most people don't know is that our average median age in Menifee is 37 years old. You know, we're no longer that retirement community of Sun City.
Right.
We're Menifee. We're growing rapidly. And this 37-year-old demographic is the kind of demographic that's doing purchases, which means it's just a virtual gold mine for businesses to move in. Our economic development team has been working very, very hard at doing what we want to see done with the council and City Hall, and that is to be the Nordstroms of cities. We want to be able to respond to our residents and our businesses so that they have a positive experience.
That was one of the things I did want to ask you about is what is the city, yourself as the mayor and the city council and your economic staff doing to attract these businesses? I know it is sometimes hard to get businesses into the inland Southern California region, but like you said, most of them that do come find instant success. So what is it that you're doing to attract these types of businesses to the city of Menifee?
Well, what we're trying to do, or what we have done, is make it easier to traverse through the city. We've completed our I-215 Newport interchange project, which makes it so much easier to get through to our downtown section, our midtown section. By making our infrastructure better, it's giving them more positive experience. We don't really have to do too much attraction to businesses. They know that Menifee is the sleeping giant right now. We are going to be the powerhouse in southwest Riverside County. We have over 150 projects on our books right now between commercial and residential. And every time there's a new home start, every time there's a new business, it's automatic success. And so that word is out. We're going to be going to Las Vegas for the convention next month to seek out new businesses as well. But really what we want to try to do now is focus on bringing in manufacturing. We want to bring in jobs that are more than the entry-level positions in retail. We want to bring in the high-paying so that we can have our people who live in the city of Menifee also work there as well. So that's one of our goals, is to expand our business offerings. We have a program called Acela, and I believe a lot of cities use it. And we've invested in adding more seats and capabilities with that. And what that does is helps to streamline projects through the system. And our staff and our economic development team are mastering that system very well, because that's one of the things we want to do, is we want to make sure that we are business friendly, whether it's residential or commercial.
With that being said, what types of businesses are you most looking for? I know we've interviewed quite a few mayors. Some are interested in retail, some are interested in high tech. I know personally that the city of Menifee is probably lacking in, say, light industrial and office space. I think you have a 0 or 1% occupancy or lack of occupancy. So what type of businesses do you consider would be ideal for you right now in this time?
We have our general plan, which has designed economic development corridors for specific commercial use. And we're also divided into districts within the city. There's 4 of them. They're geographically based around the freeways. So what we're looking to do is we're trying to get some light manufacturing, medical. We've got a 35,000 square foot medical facility getting ready to be put on our books. We're working on our town center project. So the idea behind all of this is to try to get in some clean manufacturing, some bio industry, that type of thing. We already have a couple of manufacturing companies that I can't mention at this point because it's too early, but they could bring in over 400 technical jobs to the city. So we're actively trying to find those types of companies, and hopefully we'll see some of them in Las Vegas.
This program is made possible by a generous donation from Raceway Ford in Riverside. Raceway Ford would like to take this opportunity to thank the community and our customers for their continued support. And by Paulson Manufacturing, saving the eyes and lives of workers and first responders by manufacturing the highest quality and most reliable safety protective gear in the world.
Now you talked about the 150 some odd projects going on. I know you've got some that are almost at completion. One is Menifee Lakes Plaza, which is, I'd like you to talk a little bit about that. There's also the shops at the lakes that is, I believe, pretty close to being completed. And I know you're just really starting to break ground on the Menifee Town Center, but can you talk a little bit about those projects and what are the opportunities?
Absolutely. Let's start with Town Center first. We finally got to some final agreements on a park agreement that we had with the developers. And we recently were able to communicate that out, and I talked with George Krikorian in a special meeting we had at City Hall. So the Krikorian Theaters is going to be advancing now rapidly now that their plans are getting solidified. So it all has to do with getting the plot plans finalized. But between that and having the Fairfield Inn and having a 5-acre park there, that ground should start getting, we'll start seeing some movement out there very soon, and the citizens are looking forward to that as well. That will be our center of the town. As you go further east now in Newport, then you'll come across the plaza, and that's where we're going to have the LA Fitness Center. There's going to be a Cahoots, Raising Cane's, and other retail, the Chevron gas station, and that's going to fit a great need because that's freeway close. But it's on the east side. Most of the offerings we have today are on the west side. So that's going to mean people who live on the east side have a better shopping experience as well. Further on east is the Blue Ribbon Stater Brothers property on Newport and Menifee. And so that will have a huge center there. That will have a CVS, and there'll be more retail located there as well. So those type of economic groups are really coming together. What makes it also exciting too is that we're working on getting our finalized funding for Scott Road and I-215, that interchange, which would replicate at Newport. Once that gets started, we're going to start seeing the economic development of the southern part of town reflect as we've done in the center. So it's the next 4 to 8 years is just going to be a fantastic time to watch all this development come in, creating more revenue, That way we become a more mature city. We can become a model city, and that's really the goal. And I go back to the word Nordstrom again.
Right.
The more that we can replicate success that's done smart and done the right way and reflects the needs of our citizens, we're just going to be the juggernaut.
Well, just the last question I'd like to follow up with is, most of northern Riverside County has pretty much been built out, or not much more space available. I think the advantages that Menifee and other cities on the I-215 corridor have to offer is the available land, the space to grow. So what would your message be to potential developers looking for land, not just land, because it's one thing to have space to build land, but you also have a qualified workforce. Is that correct?
That's correct. You look at the close to 91,000 people that we have, there's a vast pool of talented resources there that travel outside the city. So as we bring in more corporate type companies into the city, that means we're going to be able to keep those folks here. And again, we want a place, Menifee should be the place to work, play, and live. And once we can round out our economic development plan, following our general plan, bringing in the right types of industries, we'll see that. The businesses coming in, we want to balance it. We'd like to get car dealerships, of course. We want to get more medical. We want to get mixed use. We want to just have, we want to have it all. And so we just need to make sure we're going to do it right. And I have all the faith in the world with our city staff, our economic development team, our finance group, code enforcement, everybody, all the departments within the city are just, they're focused on making Menifee the best they possibly can.
Thank you, Mayor. I really appreciate you coming in today. Look forward to hearing more about Menifee.
Great. Thank you.
Menifee, with a highly educated population with a median age of 38 years old and an average household income of over $70,000, is attracting developers to its unique situation. Menifee is buzzing as the new hotspot in Riverside County. California CEO's goal is to support the collaboration and overall economic growth of businesses within Riverside County by featuring a variety of in-depth conversations with business leaders, policymakers, educators, and consultants who share our focus. If you'd like to learn more about the business opportunities available in the city of Menifee, please contact their Economic Development Manager, Gina Gonzalez, at 951-672-6777 or ggonzalez@thecityofmenifee.us. If you would like to be a California CEO Business Update sponsor, call us at 951-697-3098, or you can reach us at info@alltechmedia.com. I'm Dwight Cromie. Thank you for watching.
This program is made possible by a generous donation from Raceway Ford in Riverside. Raceway Ford would like to take this opportunity to thank the community and our customers for their continued support. And by Paulson Manufacturing, saving the eyes and lives of workers and first responders by manufacturing the highest quality and most reliable safety protective gear in the world.